back to The Dose. Today, very special episode. I need you guys to hang with me through this episode, okay? I don't know how long it's going to be. Got a lot to talk about. This is going to be, I'm dropping mad bombs on you guys in this video. And I mean bombs in a good way. So if you've got plans or you got to run in like 5 minutes or something, pause the video, go do what you got to do. Come back when you got some time. Trust me, you don't want to miss this episode if you're a hardcore fan of this community and the content, myself, the channel in general. You want to stick around. Okay, with all that said, let's get into it. So 5.5, 6 months ago, I lost my job. Okay, since then, myself along with this community have been doing something, a campaign if you will, called Fight for the Dream. You guys have started to see it in my outros on my videos. You've seen it on the little iCards that show up in the top right hand side of the video. There should be one on this video now, like the little eye, the little information thing. And so what's been happening is I've been raising money on Patreon through community funding from you guys, as well as I've been working about 12 to 15 hours a day. And all this money has been going to support the channel. I've been making about $900 a month doing what I do from home. And then there's about 6 or 7 of you guys right now that are currently supporting this community basically through Patreon and PayPal, and soon to be we're going to have merchandise. That's going to be coming up soon. I'll get into that later. So we've been working together for the last 5 months to fight for the dream. And the dream is basically 3 to 4 videos a day. My goal would be 4 videos a day, but definitely 3 videos a day. 7 days a week, right? And each one of those videos that drop each day would be different content. So like right now, I know you guys are getting a lot of Destiny. So if you're a Destiny fan, well, you're enjoying the 6 p.m. upload. But if you're not a fan of Destiny, or maybe you just don't want to see that, that Let's Play that me and my bro is doing, well, you got nothing to watch. Zilch. Zero. And I hate that. I hate having this YouTube channel and not being able to supply everyone with something to watch. And I feel like if I can get 4 videos up a day or get 3 videos up a day, there'll be enough content where even if you don't like everything I'm putting up, there's going to be that one video that you're going to be like, you know what? I gotta watch 6 o'clock, or I gotta watch at 12, or I gotta watch at 6 a.m. because that's the playlist that I enjoy watching. And so we've been fighting for that dream for the last 5.5 months as a team. Okay, you guys know that for the last probably 4 or 5 weeks, I've been uploading every single day, 6 p.m. I think there was one day where YouTube messed up my my post and it ended up being like an hour late. That wasn't my fault. I had it set for 6, but I think some of you guys didn't get it until like 7. But that was YouTube's fault, not me. I've not missed a day, except for the weekends, which you guys knew I wasn't going to be posting on the weekends. So Monday through Friday, I've nailed my goal for about 5 weeks now. And a portion of the reason why I'm able to do that is because, like I said, there's about 6 or 7 of you guys right now that are bringing in to myself about $40 to $50 a month. And what I'm able to do with that money is basically take about 2 days off a month. And then what I do is I give myself another 2 days with my work schedule, and that gives me 4 days off a month. That's every Sunday. I sit down at this computer and I pump out 5 videos, Monday through Friday. And then the week, once the week hits, I basically just answer comments, and I can't edit anything. I can't record anything. I'm simply working. Because if you're following my blog, you know that I only make between $2 and $3 an hour right now doing what I do from home. And if you're following my blog, you know about that. I'm not going to fill you guys in on that here because the content is over on the website. I'll have links to everything below. If you're confused about that or you don't know why I'm doing that, check the blog out. It'll fill you in. But that's all I make, because what I'm doing is supposed to be a temporary fix for like a bigger problem or to try to get us to a better solution. It's never meant to be something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I want to do YouTube for the rest of my life. So I'm kind of choosing not to go out and get a job, because I know if I go out and get a job, this channel is done. I have to walk away because I can't do both. Like I said, for the last year and a half, that's been proven. I can't do both. So I'm taking it down a notch. I'm toughing out. I'm making $2 to $3 an hour. I'm working 15 hours a day. That's $30 a day. 30 times 30 is $900. That pays the bills. You see what I'm saying? And then, like I said, when you guys are nice enough to support, if I'm bringing in $50 from you guys, and I only got to pull in $850, thus I'm able to have time to do YouTube. So for everyone who's currently supporting, you're the reason why videos are going up every day. Just saying. Like, you're one of the main reasons why videos are going up. Okay? Now, it's been my goal for the last 5 months to decrease the amount of debt that I have per month so that I can make more videos. And we just solved that problem. I've been working on this for the last week and a half. That's why I've been a little bit quiet in comments. A lot of you guys have seen me popping in and out of Skype, but I haven't really been staying on long. And some of you guys are asking me what's up. I've just been trying to get the solution to this problem, and I think we finally got it. A lot of you guys know that I'm originally from North Carolina, but I moved to Georgia back in 2001, 2002, and I've been here ever since. And I thought about moving to a place around town, maybe getting a place for maybe $450 a month. Right now I'm paying $622 for rent, and that would help out a bit. But the problem with what I do right now for a living is I don't have any money set aside for emergencies, no savings. And I just don't mean if I fall and break my leg, but an emergency if my PlayStation 4 goes out or my PC dies, which is viable to keeping this YouTube channel going and viable to fighting for the dream, right? I definitely want to be able to get my one video up a day. So if my PC goes out, even though I'm making $900 a month, there's not enough there to cover expenses that pop up because $900 just pays the bills. You see what I'm saying? So for the last 5 months, I've been dancing this line of, I hope something crazy doesn't happen. And I thought to myself, well, I can move, right here in Athens, get a place for maybe $300 to $450 a month. But the problem is I would still kind of be running that rat race of eventually something's going to happen. Eventually my PC will die and I'll need to spend another $600 to $800 getting another one, and I'm not going to have it. And if between myself and the community there's not enough money to get to $800 to buy a new computer, well, then I can't make videos. And that defeats the purpose of this whole fight for the dream. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot if I don't plan ahead for that. So if I get a place here in Athens, I'd still be barely squeaking by. I could do it. I could survive. Everything would be good, but I wouldn't have any emergency money for myself or for, supplies I need for the YouTube channel. And so the reason why I'm moving back home is because my family has a pretty big piece of land. Actually, 2 big pieces of land. We've got some land behind our house in the backyard, and we've got some land right next door. My dad is pushing 70 years old. I have not seen my dad in about 3 years. And over the last 15 years, I've probably only seen him 5 times, 6 times, because it's about a 6-hour drive between here and home. And my mother, some of you may not know this, but she's a recovering cancer patient. She's also a recovering heart transplant patient. So her health is not the greatest. And when I started looking at this thing, it just made sense for me to go home. For not just the YouTube, right? That's a part of it, and I'll get to that in a second, but you only get one shot at your family, and some people aren't even fortunate enough to be able to experience their parents at an old age, Sometimes your parents die when you're young. You don't even get the shot. And then if you had the shot, you would take it. You would take it in a heartbeat. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, my parents moved. We lived right across the street from my dad's mom, my grandmother. And I remember my dad every single day religiously would go across the street and take care of his parents in their old age. And the more I've thought about it, it's like I have the opportunity. And I'm referring to it as an opportunity because that's what it is. You have to seize opportunities in life when they present themselves. This is an opportunity for me to go home and hug my dad again. Like I haven't seen him in 3.5 years. Like, you know, when you haven't seen somebody in that long, you forget what they look like. It's sad. And same thing for my mom. So I've talked to them. And I said, how would you guys, we have a really big house. And I was like, how would you guys feel if I came home and lived with you guys, helped out around the house? Because my dad can barely keep the yards clean. My mom can barely keep the house clean. So they need help. And I love to help people. And who better to help than my family? Remember back in the day when I was like, I don't want to take another job because I don't want to work for somebody else unless it's the right kind of job. This is the right kind of job, your family. You don't get but one shot. And I said, look, I don't want to live there for like 5 years. I just want to go home. I'll stay there for as long as it takes for me to get a contractor or a builder and build my house. And they say they'd be more than happy to allow me to build either behind the house or on the land next door. Me and my family are close. A lot of you guys may not know this, but back when I was like 18, 19, 20, both of my parents didn't have any income. My dad hurt his back at work. My mom lost her job. She had some issue with her hand. And so we had no income. And I had to drop out of college. I didn't have to. I did because it was the right thing to do. I dropped out of college and took my loan money and gave it to my parents because we were about to lose everything. And of course they weren't telling me because I was a kid. They didn't want to put that responsibility on me. But I said, you need to tell me because I'm your kid. I'm a part of this family. And I know I'm young and I don't know how to live life yet. I don't know what car insurance is and all this nonsense. But I know how to work. I know what these two hands can do. You see what I'm saying? And I remember like it was yesterday, man. We were sitting right there in the kitchen. I was like, y'all need to tell me what's going on. And they said, well, son, we're probably about 60 days away from losing everything we got. Because they were going through some medical issues. And I remember the next day I went and got my loan money. It just so happened to be the very next day. And of course, my goal was to take the loan money and just pay it right back. You know, get what I needed and give as much back so I didn't have loans when I graduated college. Didn't have high loans. I didn't want the debt. I hate debt. But I came home and I gave them the check and I said, I'm quitting college and I'm going to get a job. I don't know where I'm going to get a job, but I'm going to get a job. I'm going to get the highest paying job I can get in this state. And we're going to fix this because we're family. And I did. Within 2 weeks, I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy type thing. And I got a job on a hog farm. A hog farm. One of the most dirtiest jobs you can do. I didn't have any experience working on a farm, but it didn't matter. I went in there and I worked for almost 2 years. And I paid adult bills for 2 years while my family went to court and worked with lawyers and tried to get their compensation. So I have a history with my family of helping them. And now they have an opportunity to help me, and I have an opportunity to continue to help them. And I can't pass it up. It's just a golden opportunity. And then in the meantime, I can spend the next, 3 to 6 months or a year, however long it takes to talk to some people about building me a house or buying a house or doing something. So it's just, it needs to be done. It's an opportunity. And 5 months ago, I never would have thought that this would be where I was going. But I'm going to tell you something and mark my words. And if you follow this in life, you'll always be happy. And if you're not following happiness, you've made a wrong turn somewhere. You need to go back, figure out where you made the wrong turn, and follow happiness. If you're waking up every day and you're miserable, you're doing something wrong. The last 5 months, even though I've sacrificed so much to just get 5 videos up a week, it's been the most amazing 5 months that I've had in a long time because I'm freaking happy. And you cannot put a price tag on it. You see what I'm saying? And when I say that I'm following a dream, you hear people say, oh, I'm following a dream, I'm following a dream. And they're not really following that dream though, because they're still trying to manipulate that dream. They're still trying to manipulate the path it takes to get to their dream. But if you're following a dream, you're doing just that. You're following the dream. This is where my dream is taking me. I'm just simply following it. And so when I say I'm following a dream, I mean it. And you don't get to necessarily have any say as of whether you're going to do it or not. You just do it. If you want to be a boxer, guess what you got to do? You got to hit the gym. You can't not hit the gym and be a boxer. You can't not, you can't like stop eating the right foods and just load up on sugar every day and then go box 12 rounds. It doesn't work that way. If you want to be a boxer and that's your dream, guess what you got to do? You got to eat right, hit the gym. You see? You don't have a choice. So this is the only choice that I should make. It's the right choice. It's good for everybody. It's good for me. Like I said, good for my family. Good for this channel. What else am I doing to decrease my debt? I am selling my car. It's gone. I'll have it gone in the next 45 days. I'm either going to sell it or I'm just going to give it away. I'm going to write the title over to somebody and give it away. Why? Because my family has like 3 nice vehicles. I don't need my own vehicle. My vehicle's 14 years old. So that'll be something else that I do in the next 6 months to a year is get myself a new vehicle. But until then, I don't need a vehicle. I don't really honestly need a vehicle now. Because like I only go 1 time a month to grocery shop because gas, resource, right? I don't want to make 10 trips to the grocery store because that's wasting gas. And I'm in conservation mode to keep videos going up. So get rid of the car. Gone, right? That's over. So I don't have to pay car insurance anymore. And I don't have to worry about paying taxes every year on a car because it's gone. So this is what I mean. This is what I meant 5.5 months ago when I said, I'm ready to do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. This is what it takes to follow your dream. I'm selling everything except for my setup, some sentimental stuff, and my video game collection. And if you follow my blog, you know I'm ready to get rid of that too. I have about $7,000 worth of video game stuff. I have 400 strategy guides, 400 DVDs, 100 and something Nintendo game. I mean, it would blow your mind what I have. I have Nintendo games that are still shrink wrapped, plastic sealed, never been opened in my collection. I got stuff that would sell for ungodly amounts of money. I've been collecting since I was 22 years old. I started collecting right after my parents got back on their feet. I'm willing to sell it all, every bit of it, to do this. Because this is what I want to do. And when you want to do something and it's your dream and you talk the big talk, you got to walk the big walk. You can't just say, oh, I want to do this, that, and the other and then skip all the steps in between. That's weak sauce, man. That's weak. You got to put your money where your mouth is. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm so happy. Like, I'm the happiest I've been in a very long time. It may not be coming across in this commentary because I'm speaking real stern, but this is passion. This ain't anger. You know what I'm saying? When I'm passionate about something, I get loud. I get fierce with the way that I talk. It's just passion. I love it. So we are about 30 to 60 days away from this whole game changing, this whole community changing, my time changing, everything. The good thing is that I don't have this $900 debt mountain to climb every month like I do now. where I have to work 15 hours a day. Like right now, like I said, there's 6 or 7 of you that are funding about $40 to $50 of my $900 a month. And I greatly appreciate it. We're in this fight together. And you guys are the core reason why there's even videos going up. There's no way I could get 5 videos up like that if I had to get the $900. You guys know, $50 for me is almost 2 days off. And then I just pull the other 2 days myself. That's why some days I work 12 hours and some days I work 15. Because I have to cover those 2 days off. So I have to work 3 extra hours on certain days to buy the time off to take the extra day. You see what I'm getting at? We're in this thing together. So my debt structure per month is probably going to be around $350 to $400 a month from $900. And if you guys remember 5.5 months ago, my debt was like 12 something. Remember, I cut $300 a day I moved. Now we're 5.5, 6 months later. I'm about to cut another $650-ish, $600, something like that. But it's definitely going to be a better situation than we are right now. So it's not going to get us full-time YouTube. It's not going to get us to 4 videos a day. But I'm fairly confident it gets us to 2 videos a day. Because I'm still going to have to work because I'm saving for a place. So it's not like I can just go home and just like pay the internet and pay for my little bills and then do YouTube all day long. I have to still pull hours because the faster I build up that nest egg of money is the faster I can move out, get my place. And I'm definitely not going to get a place unless I can get the place for a certain amount of rent per month or lower, probably around $350. If I can't put enough down on a new place in terms of a deposit so that the mortgage, when you stretch it out over 15 or 30 years, the payment's less than $350, it's not time to buy yet, boys and girls. You see what I'm getting at? Because I want to keep the debt low. Ideally, I want to be able to live in my place, do my thing for less than $600 a month. And I can totally do it because I'm debt free. The only debt I'll have would be whatever mortgage I pick up. Because when I go get a car, I'm not getting a payment. I want to pay cash. And I'm not getting a freaking Ferrari or a Lamborghini or I just want a car that gets me from point A to point B. I'm not materialistic at all. And that's where we are. We're almost freaking home. Physically going home for me, and then this effort, fighting for this dream to get us back to where we were when the channel started. We're so freaking close. But the one thing I can't control, guys, is what you feel about this. And if you've been following the blog, you know variables. It's either going to be because I pulled the weight and the variable read 0 plus 10 equals 10 and I was 10, right? Or it could read 5 plus 5 is 10. The community pulled 50% of the load and I pulled 50% of the load and we got to 10. That's the dream. And if you're following the blog, you know what 10 means, right? I do care and I do appreciate the $3 I got the other day from a subscriber. Just found the channel, pledged $3 on Patreon. I appreciate the 20 some odd dollars that I get through PayPal each month. I don't know if this person wants me to say their name, but if they do, I'll put their name in the description. I don't know if they want me to say their name, but this person sends it every month. $20. $20. So when I say that there's $40 to $50 coming through on, community funding, $20 is coming from one person. And then there's another $20 or $19 that comes from my brother. And then the rest is $1 here, $1 there, but it all adds up. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to you guys is if that money goes away, it ain't changing my mindset. I'm going to do this thing if you guys help me or not. We can either get to the mountain together, you know what I'm saying? Climb up the rocky steps together, and we can dance at the top, and we can say, we did it. We did it. The community did it. Or I'm going to be up there by myself. But it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? All I care is that the variable completes itself, the equation completes itself, and we get to 10. We get the dream. And I can put up 3 to 4 videos. I don't care how it comes. Part of the reasons why I lost my job 5.5 months ago is because of this community. Because I wanted to be here. 5.5 months later, I'm moving home, 6.5 hours away. I'm selling everything I got. And I'm happy about it. And what I'm asking you to do is to think about what you want from this community. Think about it long and hard. If you don't want but 1 video a day, well, I already got you covered. You know what I mean? If you want 2 videos a day, I'm going to have you covered in about 30 to 60 days. I'm thinking. I still got to look at my schedule and see if it pans out, but that's what I'm thinking, is I can get 2 videos up a day. It's either going to be 2 videos a day or it's going to be every day, like 7 days, a video every day. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll start not taking the weekends off. It's going to be one or the other, but I'm definitely going to be able to get up more videos than just 1 a day. But if you're that person who's like, I don't really see anything on the channel that I enjoy because you're so limited on time, I really would love to see other playlists, you've got to dig deep. But I know where I stand in this fight. I created the fight, and I square off with it every day. Nose to nose, if you follow my blog, you know the first month I moved into this apartment, I ate tuna and rice every day. For the first 30 days I lived in this apartment. Why? I wasn't trying to put myself through hard times. I wasn't trying to like pay some weird penance. You know what I mean? You have to do what you have to do when you follow your dream. You have to put a smile on your face when you do it too. And I did. And now I'm taking the next step. You guys can come with me. We can do this thing together. We can be full-time YouTube tomorrow. Or we can be full-time YouTube in 3 years. You guys can either be with me or not. But I'm going to eventually bring you 3 to 4 videos a day. That's going to happen, kid. It's going to happen. So for those of you who want to financially support, I'm giving you an opportunity. Just like I have an opportunity. You see what I'm saying? I'm about to have merchandise coming up. Maybe you don't want to give $15 a month to Patreon, but you want a shirt. So get you one. I'll make $1 or $2 off that shirt. I'm not going to take this money, guys, and do what you see these other YouTubers do, where they go out and they get like a $300,000 house and they get Lamborghinis and Ferraris. I'll put a link to the type of house I'm looking for. I'll put one in the comments. In the description. I'm looking for something that's 500 to 600 square feet, something that's small. Will that be what I get? I don't know. I have no clue. But I don't want to spend $150,000 on a home. I want something that's like maybe 50 grand or less. Remember, it's about keeping the debt low. I don't want a $50,000 car. I don't want a $50,000 watch. I don't give a flip about none of that stuff. You know what I care about? Videos. Every day, 3 to 4. That's what the money does. You see what I'm saying? I'm not looking to get money from you guys so I can go out and have a good time. My good time is sitting here in front of this microphone making videos just like this. That's my good time. So you can help me bridge that gap, or I can bridge it by myself. Like I said, I'll sell my whole game collection. I don't give a flip. But the one thing I can't control is what you're ready to do with this opportunity, with where we are at Square One Games. Some of you guys are artists. I'm actually making a clothing line right now. Maybe you want to draw some original artwork. I've got some ideas in my head. Maybe we can get together. You see what I'm saying? I'd be willing to give you some of the profits off the shirt sales, because I'm not in it to just, use your talents and then take all the cash. We'll work it out. We're a team. At least we say we are. We've said that since day one, right? I think this is one of the strongest communities on YouTube. Go read the comments of other YouTubers and then come back here. You'll see a difference. I'm going home, and we're almost there. The one thing that I don't know is where you are with this whole thing. I don't know. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. I know it's long, but it needs to be said. And for those of you who can support financially, do so. Even if, like I said, I make $2.50 an hour, and I'll eventually be telling you guys what I do for a living on the blog, okay? So you'll know what I do and you'll see it. And a lot of you guys already know. I've already shared with you behind the scenes. I make $2 to $2.50 an hour. So when you look at it and you say, well, I can't give, he's trying to get to X amount of dollars per month and my little dollar is not going to do much. It does a lot. If you give $2, I get 1 hour off. So my 12-hour day becomes an 11-hour day. Do you know how much I can get done in an hour? You see what I'm saying? I can almost edit one video in an hour. That's what I'm saying. The $40 to $50 that's coming through right now is allowing me to get 20 videos up a month. 20 videos for that little amount of money. So right now there's only 6 or 7 people supporting this entire community from a community funding standpoint. Imagine what we could do with a couple of more. Or imagine if you just got more involved, right? More involved. I'm not talking about likes and favorites. I'm not talking about money. I'm just saying comment more. There's a lot of you guys that'll be on the video and you'll be like, man, I've been creeping on your channel for a year. This is the first time I'm leaving a comment. Come on, leave that comment. I want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Forget the money. Let's talk. Let's interact. Let's keep this dream going. Let's fight together. That's what it's all about. You see what I'm saying? That's where we're heading. So these are the keys, guys. I'm giving the keys to you. It's always been your channel. Everything I do has revolved around you guys. But now you guys really have the keys. Because financially, I'm kind of putting this thing in your court. I know what I'm doing financially. I know I'm willing to sell everything I got. But I may not have to if you guys want to get involved. And that's it. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. It is like 8:14 in the morning where I live. I've been up since yesterday working on this stuff. And I had to do some projects last night for a client. And I got that done at like 2 a.m. And then been working and now I'm laying down this commentary. So, and I'll have to edit this video before I go to bed. I've been up for a long time. But this is what I like to do. So you guys have a wonderful day. I don't know when you're watching this, but I hope your days went well. I hope the rest of your day is good. And let's get in this thing and fight, guys. Fight in your own way. Find out what you want from this thing. And let's get it, man. Let's do this. And let's start getting some videos up. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. You guys be good.